Katha Upanishad, Chapter 1. Vagarasvarsa, desirous of heavenly rewards, surrendered all that he possessed. He had a son by the name of Nakiketas. When the presents were being given to the priests, faith entered into the heart of Nakiketas, who was still a boy, and he thought, "Unblessed surely are the worlds to which man goes by giving cows which have drunk water, eaten hay, given their milk, and are barren." He said to his father, "Dear father, to whom wilt thou give me?" He said it a second time, and a third, "Father, to whom wilt thou give me?" Then the father replied, "I shall give thee unto death." The father, having once said so, though in haste, had to be true to his word, and sacrifice his son. Nakiketas said, "I go as the first, at the head of many. I go in the midst of many. What will be the work of Yama, which today he has to do unto me? Look back how it was with those who came before. Look forward how it will be with those who come hereafter. A mortal ripens like corn he springs up again." Nakiketas then entered into the abode of Yama, death, and there was no one to receive him. One of the assistants of Yama comes in and says to Nakiketas, "Fire enters into the houses when a Brahmanyana enters as a guest. That fire is quenched by this peace offering. Bring water, O Yama." A Brahmanyana that dwells in the house of a foolish man without receiving food to eat destroys his hopes and expectations, his possessions, his righteousness, his sacred and his good deeds, and all his sons and cattle. For 3 days Nakiketas received no hospitality from death. Afterwards Yama came back, and said to Nakiketas, "O Brahmanyana, as thou, a venerable guest, hast dwelt in my house 3 nights without eating, therefore now choose 3 boons. Hail to thee, and welfare to me." Nakiketas said, "O Death, as the first of my 3 boons, I choose that Gautama, my father, be pacified, kind, and free from anger towards me, that he may know me and greet me when I shall have been dismissed by thee." Yama said, "Through my favor Gautama, thy father, will know thee, and will be again towards thee as he was before. He shall sleep peacefully through the night, and free from anger, after having seen thee freed from the mouth of death." Nakiketas said, "In the heaven world there is no fear. Thou art not there, O Death, and no one is to be afraid on account of old age. Leaving behind both hunger and thirst, and out of the reach of sorrow, all rejoice in the world of heaven. Thou knowest, O Death, the fire sacrifice which leads us to heaven. Tell it to me, for I am full of faith. Those who live in the heaven world reach immortality. This I ask as my second boon." Yama then instructed Nakiketas on the specifics of the fire sacrifice, and furthermore named the fire sacrifice the Nakiketa rite, after Nakiketas. After granting this boon, Nakiketas said to Yama, "There is that doubt when a man is dead, some saying he is, others he is not. This I should like to know, taught by thee. This is the 3rd of my boons." Death said, "On this point even the gods have doubted formerly. It is not easy to understand. That subject is subtle. Choose another boon, O Nakiketas. Do not press me, and let me off that boon." Nakiketas said, "On this point even the gods have doubted, indeed, and thou, Death, hast declared it not to be easy to understand. And surely another teacher like thee is not to be found. Surely no other boon is like unto this." Death said, "Choose sons and grandsons who shall live 100 years, herds of cattle, elephants, gold, and horses. Choose the wide abode of the earth, and live thyself as many harvests thou desirest. If you can think of any boon equal to that, choose wealth and long life. Be Nakiketas on the wide earth. I make thee the enjoyer of all desires. Whatever desires are difficult to attain among mortals, ask for them according to thy wish. These fair maidens and their chariots and musical instruments, such are indeed not to be obtained by men. Be waited on them, whom I give to thee, but do not ask me about dying." Nakiketas said, These things last till tomorrow, O death, for they wear out this vigor of all the senses. Even the whole of life is short. Keep thou thy horses, keep dance and song for thyself. No man shall be made happy by wealth. Shall we possess wealth when we see thee? Shall we live as long as thou rulest? Only that boon which I have chosen is to be chosen by me. What mortal, slowly decaying here below, and knowing, after having approached them, the freedom from decay enjoyed by the immortals, and delight in a long life, after he has pondered on the pleasures which arise from beauty and love? No, that on which there is no doubt, O death. Tell us what there is in the great hereafter. Nakiketas does not choose another boon, but that which enters into the hidden world.